What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Reality Kingdom, where we put the real in reality or whatever, period. I'm your host, Pharaoh. We're joined by a wonderful co-host, Lee, baby. Lee, mother down.
Mother down.
We have a queen on the ground, on the floor, ass out.
Get up. Get up, sister.
Please go save the queen.
I only have one thing to say, if I can find it. Let me try to find it. Because this is a mess. Brendonka down. Brendonka down. What happened? Oh, here it go. Here it go. Hold on, let me put it up.
It's over, and I feel so alone. This is a sadness I've never known.
But also, literally that. How
it's over.
Oh, somebody said, well, it's the beginning of the end.
Yep, it's over. It's truly over. I mean, this alliance is about to crumble. I know Nyanka and Purple Kelly about to bow out soon, child. Sash about to lose to Fabio. What a terrible end game. And you know who it is to blame? You know who I have to blame?
Holly. Ooh, say the right name. Oh, okay. Ooh. Got scared.
I'm not blaming Nyanka for that. Nyanka did what she needed to do.
She did what she needed to do.
But Holly
also did what she needed to do.
Because look, I love Nyanka. So she can do no wrong in my eyes. She
Amen.
Holly, she did what she had to do. I'm going to give Holly her 10. She's going to be high in that Castaway ranking. But Holly, this is why I didn't like you. I remember
This is the issue.
I remember now, Holly. You plotting on a bad bitch, and then she successfully got her out, and then ate her up at the tribal. She said, said, you should have scrambled.
Yeah.
Like, why did you have to gag her?
Gag her real quick. This is the issue with a player specifically like Brenda. For me, at least.
It's Holly.
It's Holly. For me, the issue with a player like Brenda is when you get her out, a part of me is like, well, you ate. Like, that's how I feel. I'm sorry. Jane ate. Holly ate. Naomi ate. I'm sorry.
Pin. No, if we're talking strategy, if we're talking gameplay, because I was talking personal. If we're talking gameplay, they ate that the fuck up.
I'm sorry.
Started the fucking episode. Holly was like, Brenda has to go. Yeah. And who the fuck went home?
It ended the episode with, you should have scrambled. That was the first line of the episode was Brenda has to go. And the last line was, you should have scrambled. She wrapped this episode
like Holly. Like, I don't know. She did her big one. But this is what it is, Uda man. Oh. They ate, but at what cost? Y'all couldn't get Chase out of here?
No need. Truly.
Yeah, well, why is Danny still here?
Who? Literally who? Literally who? Literally who? Child. This was such a bittersweet Beetlejuice episode. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest though. This was my favorite episode. It felt like a commemoration, a memorial. You know how they do the in remembrance of Michael Jackson, and then they have a whole person sing all of their songs. He's in my head, but you know you have the. It's like this felt like Brenda, like. And this was Brenda. Like they uplifted. They took her out, but they also the whole episode was about her.
The queen pin is down. I
Ooh,
love.
Did
Brenda
you say the
too.
queen pin?
The queen pin, bitch.
Oh, I like.
She's down. She's down. I just hate it because she was like this like leader, and like honestly, I wish her and Nyanka could have like really toughed it out together. Like that would have been cunty. Like I definitely understand why Nyanka wanted to make the move, but like you don't get to see two icons link up like that. Not the Asian Blasian persuasion. Asian.
Ooh,
like,
the persuasion. I just got mad about something. Oh my God, I just got mad about something on the inside. Oh my God. You reminded me of a Blasian person I know, and I got angry.
Oh,
but
what they do to you?
I got so mad, literally nothing. And that's the problem. Man, that's how I feel. But anyways, I wanted to mention, because this is how you know this is an icon. At the beginning of the episode, Brenda was like, you know, they see me and Sash as the king and the queen of the tribe. And I like to feel like I'm the king. I'm the king. big mama. Like she's very much so big Brenda, not the little one. She's not the queen. She's the king. She's the king, and she's the king that got. She's the king that got for sure.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
But why is she on Survivor 50?
Because Stephanie LaGrossa is there.
Aubrey Bracco is there.
Because Aubrey Bracco is there. Who's around this era? Who was around 21, 22 that's on All Stars? I mean,
Girl, I cannot recall that quickly.
Does anybody in the chat maybe know? I know y'all are like big fans because whoever was in this era, I feel like they skipped an era of Survivor 450 though. They kind of only got 30s and they got like really early people. I don't think they got anyone in the 20s. Yeah, Ryder says no one. Coach, because Coach's season is a little after this. Don't remember. Coach is the only one. They damn near skipped this era altogether, which is so silly. Girl, why don't you have everybody from every era? Like, I don't understand that. I do think Survivor 50 is weird for not having Brenda. Brenda's like a wonderful get for Survivor 50. Everyone would be so hyped and excited to see her, but we move. Damn, we went from Coach on 18 to Aubrey on 32. They skipped every single season between 18 and 32.
That's crazy.
That's stupid.
And then filled the cast with all of these new era flops. Not all of the new era, but
that's
some of them
very
were not needed.
Silly. That's so silly. But we move. So yes.
Then the amount of people who've not played a second time to get so many people who've played multiple times is just insane. Like, did we need to see Coach? Did we need to see Ozzy? Did we need to see
Aubrey,
Colby, Aubrey, Stephanie?
All of that. They played 3 times. And that's the thing. Even Acute 2, it's like, sure, you played 3, so many.
And why
people.
Them? Like, I wonder
why
what made
them?
those people be the final decision. Like, anyone in New Era, I'll accept to a certain extent, even Q,
right.
which I'm fully against him being there, child. No shade. But it's like, I don't understand how some of these older contestants got on. Like, what about this cast is you think, Kobe and Ozzy would be great here?
Like what?
Because I can't even say like, oh, they just wanted to get big names to revive Survivor. Because I'm thinking about that too. They want to revive the Survivor franchise in a way. So maybe it's like, Kobe, he's the American, person, whatever the fuck he is.
American person.
But I'm like, Stephanie LaGrossa ain't got no fans like that. Who gives a fuck about Aubrey?
No one.
I'm trying to figure out what is the logic behind
because that was the logic.
People.
They would have got Rupert instead. Rupert was actually beloved. They didn't even get the beloved people. They got averagely liked people. All these people are average. Aubrey is averagely liked. People are done with Aubrey. No one really likes Stephanie LaGrossa that much. Coaches here and hit and miss. No one is like a pantheon liked character other than Cirie. Of the people who've returned so many times. It's such a silly cast. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
The only one
all the first time returnees, I'm like excited for them.
I agree.
Every person who's played multiple times who is not Cirie, I don't know why you're there.
I agree. The only one I was ready to excuse is Jenna because she was on the very first season, but they don't even care about the seasons you're on, clearly. So I don't even know why they got her. They might as well just not got her because they don't care about getting people from each era. They skipped an entire era of Survivor.
That's
so they clearly aren't doing that.
Though. You're on season 1 and season 50.
No, she ate that.
How iconic is that?
She's much more interesting on All Stars from my memory. And then I think people said it in the chat when we did the Borneo rewatch as well. So that'll be interesting. When it comes to the rewind, because we saw Jenna play on Survivor 1, and it's like, well, that was Survivor Borneo, But in All Stars, she was more strategic. She was more get out all the winners. She made it further, I believe, or around the same area. So that's more exciting. We're also going to do the rewind during Survivor 50. It'll be Colby's season. It will be. It will
and
be
Jerry Manthe,
Colby, Tina. So that'll be nice. They have the most hilarious beef, in my opinion. I really love Jerry. I loved Jerry.
In the season.
I loved Jerry. I really did.
Wait, you lucky you to put me in that rotation for some of the rewinds.
I'll rotate you in. I'll rotate you in on there. One bloop 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 bloop. Because I loved Jerry, and it's like I hate people. Ooh. I don't hate people, but it's unfortunate when people start Survivor at a certain area and they just go forward from there. Because if you see Jerry on Heroes vs. Villains, you're like, girl, get the fuck out of my face. Like, why are you here? Why are you back?
She was frustrating on Hero vs. Villains. Like, I did not find her fun at all.
Yes, and that makes sense because that's Jerry at 20 years older than what she was on her original. Imagine how well, maybe you can't imagine, but she was so cunty and hot and lit when she played her first time. It was just such this evil, debaucherous little villain. Like, she was the OG villain, which is like so entertaining. Because season 1, of course, Richard Hatch is the OG villain. But when it comes to the women, Jerry was the first woman villain character of the show, and it was on the second season. So it's just so interesting to have her. And they didn't even get her. They called her and replaced her with Aubrey. Fuck out my face. Like, you're not even. We're moving forward. We got to move forward because we'll be on this all day.
We'll be talking about this all damn day. Like, hands to the fans, my ass, Jeffrey.
My ass. Gasp. So boom, here we have it. Oh my God, this looks the booty hole mess.
Mind you, Nyanka with all these people, she don't even give a fuck about.
Don't give a fuck. She's just doing what she gotta do.
She said, "Look,
hey,
we gonna see each other this one round,
and then I'll move forward." Now we call it Operation Take Out Brenda. Well, that's what Brenda called it, which is why she's an icon. She named her own demise. She said, "Oh, everybody's doing Operation Take Out Brenda today." So Operation Take Out Brenda begins at the very top of this episode. Holly goes to Jane and it's like, Brenda gotta fucking go. Oh. And Jane is like, you're eating that up. And both of them have this connection with Chase that they really value, and Nyanka. Like, clearly Nyanka's social game is phenomenal. It's probably way easier for them to see on the island. It's hard for us to see because of the edit, but she clearly has an amazing social game, and you see it thrive in this episode, how she's able to talk to every single person strategically. No one else does that. She talks to this person and Fabio, everybody, like, and she's actually able to get them on her side. She really eats that up. But
no, it was really impressive work this episode for sure. Yes. Like, it showed her prowess as a player. Like, she really kind of spearheaded this move that Holly started, and it was really impressive because, like, even if someone like starts the movement, it's really the person doing the work that I believe gets some credit too. And Nyanka was doing a lot of the work in uniting the troops to make sure this happened. So that was really interesting because it really wouldn't have taken place, I feel like, if it wasn't for, you know, Jane speaking to Nyanka and then Nyanka going around the tribe and speaking to everyone else. I am interested to see how this is going to play out because I know even in the situation where she decided to go home, I don't think she was going to go home that day. So it's like, I'm just curious to see like how, I wish I could see how she would have gotten to the end of the game after doing this move. Because a part of me is sort of like, was it too early? Like, could you have waited a little bit? Like, are you too trigger happy with it? But at the same time, I respect a player that is like a go-getter in a sense. Like, she's like, I want to be able to make this move so I can get to the end and win this million. Like, I've never thought I would be out here. I never thought I would have a passport and things like that. So I'm going to play to my heart's desire. And she has to go, you know?
Very much so.
I just think sometimes, and it was strictly game, right? Like, I feel like sometimes when people go after their allies, there's a little bit of like game jealousy in a sense, or of like, I'm envious of your position, so I want to dethrone that and take it, or something like that. Or like, I like, you know what I mean? Like, while she was intimidated by Brenda, it didn't feel like a petty reason kind of snuck up in there. Like, I remember when Ricard flipped on Shan, it was like, girl, what? Why are you doing this? This doesn't make any sense. Or like Sabaya flipping on Caleb pre merge. It was like, why are we, girl, what? I mean, like, at least they're almost halfway through the season. You're like, I'm confused. Like, so I feel like the decision, I can't like pinpoint if this was the right time, but regardless, she ate it the fuck up.
No, I loved it. I thought it was amazing. I was so amazed at how interesting Nyanka is as a player. Usually players like, quotations like Nyanka, are genuinely the shields, but in reality, Brenda was Nyanka's shield. Sash was Nyanka's shield. The whole time, Brenda's in the diary room and Sash is in the diary room. Well, Nyanka's just going to be with us and she's just going to be our shield. That's exactly why I want to go to the end with her. She's going to be our shield. She's going to lose to us. No, baby. She was the one using y'all as shields. And I've never seen that ever in Survivor history where it's like, she spied right back on their ass. She twisted it to where they're the ones who need to go before her. And it's like, you wouldn't even think someone like Nyanka, who isn't a fan of the show, who doesn't watch, who is very forward about what she's talking about, she says what's on her mind, you would never think she would be capable of playing the game in such an intelligent way to where it's like, I'm going to make these next 3 people the targets. And that's why I love the move. I think, first of all, Holly and Jane say out of their mouths, their final 4 is Nayanka and Chase. She's not leaving a group to just sit in the wind. She's leaving a group for another final 4 deal that will have the majority votes because Jane and Holly have a connection to Chase. She has a connection to Chase.
And then also Purple Kelly.
And Purple Kelly. And it's like everyone else, Fabio, Benry, and Dan are the next 3 targets after, well, in a perfect world, after Brenda and Sash, who are the next targets coming up. So it's like she's setting everything up to where she's still in the end game with the new group of people, which is why I'm like, baby, you're on different levels to this shit. Goddamn, she was working with Alina, her enemy. The round Alina was the leading up to the round Alina was going home. This round she's working with Fabio, the man who's been begging to vote her out, and he's not even writing her name down tonight. The one night she could go home. This was the only time, if any, that Nayanka could have went home because her name only got written down for real here. And he didn't even do it.
Like, you have
this
to
is
give
the mother, this is the icon, this is the queen. But it's amazing to me.
And it was even more amazing is how like just well-rounded she is as a person and player in this game. Like, she's entertaining, she's funny, she's strategic, she's able to cause drama, she's able to still socialize with people and gain trust. It's like there's so many elements to this woman. She can be the villain, she can be the hero. Like, it's like there's so much to her. And it just sucks that we haven't been able to see her again. Like, I feel like, especially in this rewind, she's like one of the more authentic personalities I've seen on TV.
100%.
At least authentic to me. Like, someone in my space. Like, I've met like Nayanka.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Loved it. So, Holly and Jane get the ball rolling. They each start going to other people. Holly goes to Benry and tells him, baby, Brenda gotta go. She left you out that last vote. And it was easy to convince Benry, Fabio, and Dan because Benry, Fabio, and Dan were left out of the Marty vote. And so Holly and Jane are spinning it a little bit and saying Brenda and Sash came up with it. Whole time, Holly and Jane came up with it. The truth is, Holly and Jane been running shit since the last round. That was their plan.
Holly and Jane is not playing with you hoes. Like, I did not recall them stepping up to the plate like this, specifically Holly. Like, I remember being annoyed by her, but not because she's like a strategic mastermind. Like, I don't know. Like, she's really up in here running it, and she's been such a forward and like open person with her game since the beginning. So it's just interesting to see her kind of grow into this player because she started off so sporadic and it was so obvious that she was all over the place, and now she just seems like she has a central goal, you know, like she was like, bitch, Brenda and Sash are running this fucking tribe. I am not going to just go to the end with them. And that was so interesting because I remember thinking like, oh, well, the season is getting kind of stale because the majority is running it and they just have Jane and Holly. But the whole time, Holly's in the back of the cut like, bitch, I'm ready to flip on you hoes.
Yeah.
I'm using y'all. Like, Holly was using them to move forward in the game. And as soon as she was like, bitch, let's flip these numbers.
Literally,
like, cunty down. Like, you have to give Holly her 10s. It sucks that it's Brenda, but baby, you have to give her her 10s.
You have to. You have no choice but to. And she's pushing hard. The only person who the push didn't work because Jane goes to Nayanka, and Nayanka, she sits in it and she's like, you know what? That sounds like the right decision. She is running the tribe. She does have so much control. And it's like, you have to assess when you have to take the shot. Another reason taking the shot now was important is because Brenda did have 3 people on her side at that point because Sash, Chase, and Kelly were essentially doing everything she wanted to, or Sash was agreeing with everything Brenda agreed with. And Chase and Kelly are being ran by Brenda even throughout this entire episode. If they go one more round, Brenda has them numbers. It's like you can't really win. They kind of have to get her before the numbers are not there to get her. So when Nayanka is assessing this, she's like, well, I got to do what I got to do. And she goes for it. And I think it was a good decision. The only person who wasn't about it was Chase. Chase immediately was like, well, I think Benry should go instead, guys. Benry should go. Put a pin in that because Chase, he makes, honestly, I wasn't sure when Brenda said he makes dumb decisions. I was like, well, he's working with you. Like, he's your ally. It makes sense. Girl, he knew this girl was going home and stuck right beside her. I need you to wake up, baby. Are you trying to play? Are you trying to win the game?
Man, that's a nice, loyal country, southern North Carolina man. Okay,
You ain't loyal to nobody. That one.
Baby,
You
that's a
should have been
man
loyal to
that's
Jane.
baby, that's a man that's gonna wake up and cook you breakfast, girl. Get you some
That's true.
coffee, girl. He gonna drive you
That's
to
true.
work. He gonna massage your feet. He gonna take care of the babies. This is a
That's true.
man, a loyal man. This is a man that will delete social media for you. Social media.
He
Like,
probably
delete.
don't have social. He's a nigga. He's a man who don't have social media. He doesn't have social media. I love a man without social media. Social media.
man.
Bye. Ooh. I hate men.
No, you don't.
I really, really want to.
You
I
love
just
to
got
hate.
done praying to God to switch my mind because I need to be. Please make me
He
straight.
may
I
listen
was
to that prayer, girl. He like,
a
fine.
girl, and I'm begging. I was like begging. Please make me straight. I'm sick of men. I'm so sick of men. Please.
Well, you know, girl, it's a choice. You could just choose the other one.
I could just choose the other one. How delightful how delicious and delectable would that be?
Well,
if I could just do that.
It's a choice.
How delicious and delectable that's the truth. That's the fact. The fact that I can just choose the other, it's just amazing.
Just amazing. Like, you're worrying for nothing, girl.
We move. So, we get to the reward challenge. At the reward challenge, they're split into two teams. They have to use these barrels and planks to get every team member across this plot of sand without touching the ground. Very simple, but I kind of like simple sometimes. You know, why? I don't know what the reward challenges are nowadays, but why not something like this? I just feel like I'm tired.
Like, every single challenge I've seen, I'm like, girl, why are we not doing this one no more?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? What I was thinking this episode, the rewards themselves are so interesting. They slid down a volcano on this episode. Like, what happened to that? But I remembered
they ziplined on the most recent episode of Survivor.
That was of Nicaragua. That was Marty. That was when that was Marty.
They didn't, wait, what did they do on Survivor 49? That was
I don't know what Survivor 49's rewards. I can't
remember.
They
just going and eating.
They just go and eat.
What? I confused that with Survivor 49 for a second. That was Nicaragua.
And that's two amazing rewards in a row. It's like they don't even have that. But this, you know what I realized? There's nothing else to see in Fiji. They're in the same fucking country. Like here, they're in the same house as the Chin. Here they have ziplining, they have volcanoes. They haven't been to Nicaragua and whatever. They're in Fiji. There's nothing to see. There's no sightseeing, nothing. So you remember the rewards? They used to go to the locals and like play soccer with the locals or whatever. Yeah. That was a reward. Like I liked that shit. Now they're just
another negative thing is too, like, because they've been there so long, it's probably such a studio set. Like it's not the natural
literally
state that Fiji is in. They probably have it to where it's like set camera set up right here, here. You know what I mean? Like they're not discussing with locals because they probably are the designated side of the island, shit like that.
Yep, that's so silly. Like these rewards have been so interesting. It's also refreshing to the eye to get a different scenery. No one wants to look at those ugly ass camps every day. Like as viewers, like they get so antsy about making sure the challenges look appealing to viewers. How about making sure the scenery is good, appealing to viewers? If I flip through the channel and I see these dirty, nasty, uneaten ass people talking to the locals or going down a volcano, don't you think I'm going to be more interested to stay on the channel? Why are you trying to make the barrels bigger and this big ass rolling ball to keep us interested when you're literally on a beautiful Fijian island? You have so much things to keep us interested in. Take them on a motherfucking boat. What happened to those? Like something. Fuck.
And it's because like CBS, specifically Survivor and Big Brother, are big culprits of this, but every reality show in today's age is no longer a social experiment. Like every reality show back in the day, to an extent, was a social experiment that involved seeing real life people interact with this environment while still remaining who they are as people. And that's not the focus anymore. Like Survivor and Big Brother, it's all about game. And when Survivor, they try to have moments where it's like a little bit emotional, but it's forced. It's not natural. So it's like, I think Survivor is finding a hard balance because all they push now is the importance of the game and not any of the other things. And I think it's hard for them because how do you do that without it seeming boring? Because they still try to do the family moments and people don't like that, but they don't realize how to get the audience to stay tuned in anymore. I think because the people are doing it for so long, a lot of the time it's the same producers and the same people on it for so many years. I think they lose track of what the audience wants because they're so caught up in what they want to do.
I agree. I do 100%.
And what they think is gonna get ratings, or what they believe, instead of actually listening to the fans. Like, in the hands of the fans, my ass. Like, the fuck, like, do you see the reactions to this cast? Like, it's not that gaggy. Like, they definitely could have got a bigger reaction for the 50th season of the goddamn show. This is the 50th season of the show.
50th.
And people are not gagging on a level that I would expect it.
Yeah, 100%. So this next part is what made me very, like, this is when I was like, Nyanka is on another level, because they're at the reward, and at the reward, it's Fabio, it's Jane, it's a group of them. Who cares? But Nyanka's there, Fabio's there, and they're discussing. Fabio's like, so what are we doing? And da da da. No one's telling him. They're being coy with him. He's not really in the loop of what's going on. So Nyanka pulls him to the side, and she's like, hey, let me tell you the plan, because nobody wants to tell you. Brenda is getting votes. Brenda is getting a lot of the votes, and she is the actual plan. We need to start making power moves in this game. And in my mind, I'm like, girl, Fabio finna go snitch. He don't like you. He don't fuck with you. I don't know why you did this. But I guess good on Fabio in a way. I don't want to say good on Fabio. I feel like Fabio is still very unimpressive.
He's not impressive at all. I mean, he said it himself. This just fell into my lap.
It
just
did.
like the win.
It did.
The shit just fell into your lap.
I agree. What surprise? Well, I don't know if the word is surprise. I didn't expect Fabio to not just vote out Nyanka. Honestly, I thought he was going to just vote out. I did not. I would have never in a million years expected Fabio to get a plan from Nyanka and actually be like, this is a great move for me. I'm going to do it. I didn't think he had that capacity. I don't know if I think he's literally an idiot, but I do. I genuinely thought he was an idiot. I didn't think he had the capacity to ignore his hatred for Nyanka and conceptualize that Brenda is in the best position and he needs to vote her out. I would have thought he would have heard this and said, girl, get out my face. I'm voting you. But he heard it and was like, Brenda is in the best position. She does need to go. So I wouldn't say I'm impressed because that's ABC. I just didn't even expect it from him. I didn't even know he was
you
that.
Didn't expect ABC, girl.
Yeah, I didn't expect that at all. Honestly, I truly didn't expect him to be smart enough for that. I thought he was that dumb, 100%. But hey, I mean, I guess he got common sense. So there's that. He has common sense. Very. So good for him. Good for him. Because this move got him the win. If he didn't do this, if he didn't agree with this, because he didn't do the move at all. He didn't do shit, actually. But if he would have been stupid enough to snitch or stupid enough to just vote Nyanka, all of that would have been a wash and he would have never won. But clearly he was common sense enough to do it. So there's that. Back at the camp. The girls get to the camp, the people who lost the reward, and they notice everything is burned down. Lee, why is everything burned down?
Because for whatever reason, it was, of course, raining in Nicaragua as it does. And they thought, let's put wooden chests around a fire to make sure it's protected. Now, when they did this, I immediately thought, that's all going to burn the fuck up, isn't it? It's right. Wood. But for a second, I was like, hey, if they're doing it, maybe they know what they're doing. Maybe they know something I don't know.
Right.
That's not the case. They incinerated the chest, actually. They came back, the chests were gone. I don't know if production came and cleared some shit up, but they were gone.
They were
literally not there anymore, incinerated to dust. Bitch, they were cremated, okay? So, and then here go Brenda. How did this happen? Girl. Well, wood, fire, fire making.
You know what kills me?
I don't know.
All of their food was in the actual crates. All of their food was in the crates. All of their belongings were. The machete handles broken. All they have is the sword to the machete. You can't do anything with a machete now. You're gonna cut your whole fucking hand off. I'm like, what's happening? Are y'all dumb?
Do you think this aided in Purple Kelly and Nyanka being like, girl, I gotta go?
I was thinking I thought the tarp was going to fully burn the fuck down, but it didn't. So part of me was like, maybe Maybe not. I thought if the tarp would have actually fully burned, I would have been like, boom, that's what it was. But the tarp is still there. So I'm like, why aren't y'all under that tarp? I don't know. I can't wait to see exactly what happens. But in my mind, it's like, maybe the tarp is still there. So we'll see. Right? But who knows? I don't know. We
moved.
So when they get back from the reward, Chase immediately goes to Brenda.
As he should.
As
stand by your woman.
I stand by your woman. He's a good man.
The thing is, Chase is the type of person, like, I don't necessarily see him going next, but we'll see. Because people still genuinely like him. Like, he's
that's
a good
true.
dude.
His social game is definitely good, so I think it works. But it's just, I don't know if this was the right decision, considering he already knew everyone was planning to vote her. It's just hard because obviously you want her to stay. This is your ally. This is someone you have full trust in, because his whole complaint is he doesn't trust anyone else. I think that's kind of his issue. You have to put your trust in other people, and Jane trusts you a lot. Holly actually trusts you a lot as well. So it's like, you should trust other people a little bit.
But that was all centered around Brenda. Like, I think he only said that because they wanted Brenda out and he didn't. So now he doesn't trust them.
That's true.
Like, he wanted it to be a big happy family. They all go to the end together. Yeah, and that was never going to be the case because only 3 people are in the final 3.
That is true. And I feel like that's the problem. He really just has his girl. He's thinking with the wrong head, for lack of better words.
Period.
He's thinking with the wrong head. 100%. That's definitely what it is. Because baby, this just wasn't a good move. And he has so many allies. You have the room. He had more. That's the thing. What Nayanka did, he had in even to do, because he is closer to Jane and closer to Holly. Like, he could have really, and he was close to Benry and Fabio White. Like, you know that connection. So it's like he really could have did it. He just was, I don't know. I just think he was thinking with his head, the wrong head, of course. So boom, he tells her, and then he goes to Nayanka and tells Nayanka that he told her.
Brenda. Maybe he thought, well, if she knows I told her, then she won't want to do it.
That's definitely what he thought. Very simple thinking. And in a way, I can see why maybe for someone else in the world that would have worked. They would be like, well, girl, let me just stay with the alliance. Because that, mind you, y'all, there is a 5-person alliance that's been together for the entire season so far. Brenda, Sash, Chase, Kelly, and Nayanka have all been together this entire time. So I think in Chase's mind, he's like, well, if I just tell her, well, now she knows. Nayanka's just going to be like, well, girl, let me just stick with the alliance. And it's like, not necessarily. Nayanka's not everybody.
Nayanka is
not everybody. So Nayanka's like, well, now I need to let them know that you're not to be trusted. So she goes to everyone else in the plan on this right side and tells them, we can't trust Chase. He's not going to ever vote her out. He's never going to go against her. He's up her ass just like everybody else is. Like, we can't do it. So we can't trust Chase. We just need to move forward with the plan without him. And she's right. And they did. So, hey, she low-key ate that up.
Like, when Nayanka heard that Brenda got to go, baby, Nayanka got on it. She was making sure all the ducks were in line. Okay, we can't trust Chase. Don't tell Chase shit. Brenda has to go. This is the plan. Like, she was on top of it. Okay, and that also kind of goes to your point too, because Survivor usually tries to make it, kind of vague of who goes home. This episode, the entire time, it was Brenda. And so it was kind of like a send-off to Brenda in a way. Like, this episode was all about Brenda.
I agree. And I really liked that. I liked it for my girl, Brenda. Like, give her a big moment if you're going to let her go home. Like, make sure we know she's the king. Okay.
Period.
I know that's right. So, yes, boom. He tells Nayanka tells everybody else. And then we get to the immunity challenge. The immunity challenge was holding up yourself with this rope. You're leaning back on the rope and you're holding your body. Boom. Simple. Boom. Now, why is Jane mother?
Jane don't motherfucking play when it comes to these immunities. And it was such a beautiful moment because she's like, Jeff, I got to drop. It came down to her and Chase, the Carolinians. Yeah. And mind you, Chase is this big, muscular, tall, sexy man. Oh. And then Jane, like, she's just so unassuming. Like, you don't think that this woman, especially at her age, would be able to compete with people like that. Like, the other young men couldn't compete with Chase. And the person who beat him out was Jane, the oldest, I think, person there, but definitely the oldest woman. Like, iconic. And then, like, when she was like, I have to drop, and Jeff was like, Jeff don't like that shit. He said, you gotta push through. Yeah, you gotta push through. And lo and behold, she wins the whole thing. When I tell you, I like burst out in tears because then I remembered that she passed away. So it was like a really like it was one of those Survivor moments. It was one of those moments like, bitch, if I ever get on the show, I'm gonna be like, I watched Jane win the immunity, and it's like, because it's
against
just,
these men too, against these
just,
super athletic men.
She's so iconic. She's so iconic.
She is. I was thinking that about her earlier in the episode, actually, when they were on the volcano. I was like, wow, she really experienced life. And I love Jane's energy is so like living life. Like she's here to do whatever she needs to do, whatever she has to do, and have fun. She doesn't have like a stick up her ass or anything. She's just chilling. And I really like that. Like you really have to have a mindset in life, I feel, to really enjoy it. She's so inspirational as a person because to be her age, it's rare to see someone her age be able to just be free, like just be calm, be free in this environment and do what you want to do and beat out the boys and keep holding on to the rope. It's just so inspiring. It truly is. It doesn't happen often where the oldest lady is winning endurance competitions on Survivor. That is so rare. Honestly, I can't even think of another instance other than her, really. Like she's really eating this down. I just love her. I really do.
Queen. Rest in peace, Diva.
Amen. So we get back to the camp, and back at the camp, Chase and Sash are talking, and they're trying to agree to vote out Benry. Really, Chase is trying to get Sash to lock in on that, and it's like
that shit ain't going nowhere. That shit ain't going nowhere at all. He was like, "Come on, y'all, Benry. I want Benry to go." Didn't what? Nobody listened to that shit.
Nobody listened to that shit. But that's the thing. He literally knew that wasn't going to happen. Like he knew the votes weren't there, even if they had Sash. I don't know. He was just hopeful. I think he was just banking on hope and prayers. And that was all, because baby, that just wasn't happening. So Sash goes, he talks to Nayanka because Nayanka actually knows what the fuck is happening. And Nayanka tells him the plan. That the thing about Nayanka and players like Nayanka is when you're honest, people trust you. She's going to tell you the plan. You know, it's not going to be an issue. It's not going to be a problem. She's going to tell you the plan. So she told him the plan. Hey.
Yeah. And it was interesting because with Sash, like, I remember seeing more of him within the edit. And he has a lot of moments where he's kind of in the background and he gets the information like after the thought, which is still really good because it shows how good he is socially. Like he always gets the information as to what's happening, no matter what side he's on. But I found it interesting that he was nervous about this. And it does make a lot of sense because if you think you and Brenda are running it and now they want to go after Brenda, baby, who you think is next? Okay. Yeah. So I'm really interested to see how he is going to pivot because I think he was very comfortable with Brenda in the game and that comfort blanket is gone.
Yep. Literally. It's so interesting because his decision is the one I'm most like, did you make the right decision? And it's like, I don't, in the moment, I understand it's top 10, using my idol on someone at top 10. I'm now vulnerable. I don't have an idol. I haven't won any immunities. I probably become the next biggest target for using my idol on the girl. So now I'm going even before her. So I do genuinely understand if you're trying to be preserving your life in the game for as long as possible. But in my mind, I'm just like, you got to do a power move. You really got to do a power move.
I think that he gets to the final. I know he doesn't win, but I think if he does that, he does not get the final 3.
But if he does that, and he does get to final 3, does he then win? Because the goal of the game is to win. The goal of the game isn't to get to final 3. In this world,
he doesn't beat Brenda, though. I don't think he beats Brenda.
But do they still vote her out before him, and then he gets to the end and she doesn't?
That's possible.
It's just like you got to win the game. In this universe, he lost.
After rewatching, I also am seeing why he doesn't win because he's not charismatic enough.
He's not charismatic.
He's not anyone closest ally. I've said that before. He's not anyone closest ally. Everyone else is closer to each other more than him. And that's really a big issue for him. He's not likable. I agree. Really. It's kind of like AJ in Survivor Australia. Yeah, where it's like, I mean, we'll work with you, but like, do they really like you? Will they really vote you to win? I don't know.
I also think the issue is the backup plan. I think Nayanka is a horrible backup plan because she had been working with them for so long. The person most likely to work with you again is probably the person who was working with you at first. So I think her being the other option to go home is kind of nullifying everything anyways, because if he does use the idol on Brenda and Nayanka goes home, I think that's terrible for him because now Holly Jane, and the white boys are just all going to vote together. I think that would be a stupid idea. I think Holly really needed to be the vote, honestly, or at least at most Benry. It should have just stayed at Benry, how they were saying this whole time, and he still goes home because you need to get that number out so you still have the opportunity to flip Nayanka back, or maybe just flip Jane back, or maybe get Holly off of y'all scent, or as long as it's on Brenda and not on you, that's still good. I don't know. It's hard. Survivor is hard.
Yeah, it's a numbers game. It really is.
Yeah, and you know what?
And
The real mistake was voting out Marty. They said they shouldn't do it. They shouldn't have.
Yep, they really should have. They really should not. Brenda and Sash did not want to do that. And I would also say Sash had no way of knowing this. I don't know what his relationship is with Purple Kelly and Nayanka when they leave, but him losing Brenda, he don't know, girl. You about to lose Nayanka and Purple Kelly in the next 2 rounds too. Okay, like it's not going to be good for you. But we'll see. Because I don't remember if they were on good terms at that time or not. Anyway.
Yeah, he should have just voted out. They should just vote out Jane, because last round it was Jane or Marty, and they chose to vote out Marty. And really, they should have chose to vote out Jane, because Jane's the one who took them the fuck out of this motherfucking game, dead ass. And I think Marty would have been just so focused on everything else. But that thing at that point, Marty probably tries to do it. Truly.
But no one's going to listen to Marty.
And that's true. And that's why that's better. Marty was less... honestly, what Marty said about Jane is true. Jane is likable. Jane does have social connections. Jane does have a little cohort.
And Brenda talked it too. Chase, Holly, and Jane, this little trio. The only thing that fucked Brenda up was her blind spot with Nayanka. Truly, she did not think Nayanka would turn on her. And that's why it's so unfortunate. I hate seeing sisters fight. I hate it.
That was literally the next scene. The next scene was Chase telling Brenda he doesn't think he has the numbers because Nayanka flipped. And she was like, Nayanka didn't flip on me. And he was like, well, I have news for you. She's the main one who flipped. Matter of fact, she's damn near the one doing it. And she believed him, and she was like, well, damn, I thought Nay was with me. I really thought this whole time Nay was with me. And so now it's like she's trying to subtly convince Sash. Well, Sash, you just got to know, if I go, who's next? Considering the numbers. And I thought she was really smooth about asking for the idol without asking for it. I thought her points made a lot of sense. It's just Sash is a smart
player. He's not
player.
that type of player.
Yeah, no. He's a smart player. He's self-interest. Extremely. It's all about him. It's all about him. It ain't never about you.
What production should have did, no shade. They should have made sure Chase got him an idol this episode. Okay. Because baby, we needed Brenda to say longer. Okay. If Chase had him an idol, best believe Brenda wasn't going no motherfucking way.
No shade. But that goes back to, I remember I asked the question on the podcast where she was convincing Sash to do the plan to take the idol from Marty. I said, should she just do the plan and she get the idol from Marty? Yes, she should have. I don't know why she was convincing Sash to do it. It was Sash's plan. Sash wasn't sure, and she went to him and she was like, you should do that plan. You should get that idol, because obviously the idol being on their side was good. Baby, that idol didn't help her at all. He didn't use it on her. She should have just took his plan. Truly. She should have just been like, well, if you're too nervous, I'll do it. Let me just do it. And I thought it was a great plan. Let me do it. And then she should have took his idol. She also helped Nayanka get an idol. And look what Nayanka did. Stop helping the bitches, girl. She helped Nayanka get that idol, and she helped Sash get that idol.
And she helped Dawn. She helped Dawn get her teeth back in Fan vs. Favorites, and Dawn voted her out. Brenda, you gotta stop having a big heart, girl. Stop helping these bitches, okay? They don't respect you. Okay, mama.
Her idea is, if they have all the power, they're gonna protect her. The issue is they're not loyal. She needed to decide. She needed to actually find genuine loyal allies. Kelly should have had an idol, and Chase should have had an idol. Those are the two she should have made sure had those idols to protect her. Both of them would have they probably would have gave her the idol here. And it's like she chose the wrong one. She really did. Yeah. But the truth is, baby, Black people, we worry about ourselves. Like, we're playing this game, and that was her problem. Sash and Nayanka are Black. She thought she had that look. Sorry, girl. You gotta go, girl. Sorry. We're trying
to get this money, honey.
I'm getting this money.
Honestly, though, I think that's Brenda's mistake. She got very, very comfortable. She got way too comfortable, and you never get comfortable in these games, child.
You never get comfortable in these games, child. So, boom. We get to the tribal council, and
all about Brenda.
All about Brenda's. I love these tribal councils so much more. Like, I don't know. It's obviously I love the people more a little bit. I like Brenda, but I don't know. Just something about the way they speak is just so different than nowadays. Nowadays it feels so kind of scripted. I don't know.
Uncle Jeff. Uncle Jeff. Can I just say,
Like, please. So I don't like that, but we're here, and Brenda, I think she has a good little explanation about everything, because she starts off and she's like, "Well, look, there was a break in the alliance. I didn't expect that. I was loyal." And he asked her, I think he said, "Is it hard to be loyal in this game or easy to be loyal?" She said, "It's easy to be loyal. I've been loyal this entire time. I've never switched around on that. And the only reason that anything is shifting this round and now people don't feel safe is because there was a break in the alliance, and that was Nayanka." And Nayanka was like, "Well, I don't think it was me." And Jeff was like, "Who is it then?" "What do you mean you don't think?" He's like, "What do you mean you don't think it's
Every
you?"
time Nayanka say something, Jeff breaks character. He's like, what?
Huh? Nayanka genuinely like entertains him. I feel like he's, every time she speaks, he's surprised. He
He loves Nayanka. Nayanka would have been on Survivor more times than Suri if she didn't bow out. I truly believe that. But they really wanted to spite her for leaving, and it's like, that's so. Y'all brought Colton back, and Nayanka's way more iconic than him.
Ooh, clock that T. Bitch catchy. She looked like a
I love this tribal too, because Brenda was really being so open and honest. Like when she kind of broke down how Nayanka was flipping on her, and how she was so loyal to the group, and how she knew there was a group and we were very loyal to each other. Like she was like putting it all out there on the floor. But I also love when she was like, "Bitch, I'm not a scrambler."
Yeah,
like,
I love that.
Like, bitch, Brenda in the final tribal, woo, I'd be scared of her, because she's very cool, calm, and collected, bitch. She knew she was going home. She wasn't for the separate and see. She was not about to let them see her crack. She in this game and left this game with the same amount of respect I feel like she had, because of her poise, like the way she carries herself is just so mature. I really fuck with it. Like I love her down.
I agree, 100%, 1000%. Great final tribal council for her. They ask, "Is there anyone who wants to play an individual immunity idol?" Sash looks around like he don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Keeps that shit in his pocket, and of course, immunity. Right. Brenda is voted out 8. I think
Brenda better than me, because I would have got up anyway. Y'all now got an idol.
Oh my god!
And Sash does too.
and Biggie. You gotta leave, and Biggie, very much so that.
If I ever get on a reality TV show and I got some tea, when I'm leaving, best to believe that tea getting spilled. Best to believe it's getting spilled.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think you can. I keep telling you, I don't think you can.
I'm gonna do it.
Well, I mean, you could. Yeah, you definitely could.
I know. I didn't know. Uncle Jeff, I just have one thing to say. Nayanka has an idol. Ooh. Bye.
Ooh. But what if they take your stipend away? You don't care?
I don't think it matters. I feel like why would another player not be able to reveal that someone else has an idol?
Because you got voted out already.
They say goodbye. They be like bye. Da, da, da.
They just say
or bye. Like I feel I've seen like whispers people being like they have slight game moments. Nothing that open, I don't think. Yeah. But I don't think you can't say it.
Yeah. Okay, maybe you can't say it. Maybe you can. No one's ever done it, which is why a part of me is like, you can't, because why would no one ever in 50 seasons?
Because no one is Lee.
Because nobody's Lee, and that's true. And that's true. It's just, but some people are Lee. Not Lee, but like there's some crazy characters we've gotten that have gotten voted out and new information and didn't do it. I'm like, why didn't you do it? I'm confused. But maybe it is very.
Well, that's the thing. Nayanka, Brenda still had time, baby. As soon as I found out Nayanka flipped on me, I'm telling everyone Nayanka has an idol.
That is true. She definitely could have did that. The issue is that most people, especially before they're voted out, they're trying to actually still stay. But my thing is, her whole plan was to be against Nayanka, so she might as well.
Baby, Brenda, by the end of going into tribal, she was sitting alone with Chase and Sash. No one was talking to her.
And baby, you going home? She wanted to vote out Nayanka. She definitely should have spilled that. Like, if you want Nayanka to be the voted out, then spill that. Okay, period. So she's out. She got voted out.
People don't even do stuff like this. Ryder was like, what if I lie and say someone has it, so they are targeted? Girl, that's something smart too. I feel like even within the game, like not even necessarily as you leave, but like I haven't heard people try that in the game. Have they? Like, oh, such a has an idol. We should flush that.
That's true. Like, we need some spicy shit. We need some revolutionary gameplay. There's still things in Survivor that haven't been done that people can do.
Khalil says the girls were asking why Dwight didn't tell the girls that Jesse had his idol in 43. Dwight admitted he felt it would ruin the integrity of the game, but it's totally allowed. Oh, girl, fuck the integrity.
Fuck the integrity, baby.
I got sincerity.
Okay. In your
In my diamonds, oh, sincerity.
So we had the boring boys and Chop. Any reason to move?
I don't see any reason to move him.
Me neither. Holly,
Mother.
child,
She has to be the top mother. She does.
Sorry. She started the episode with Brenda gotta go and ended the episode with you should have scrambled. You should have scrambled this country.
This really came from the core of Holly's mind. It went to Janglish, went to Nyanka, and honestly, all three of them really deserve their 10s for coming together for this move. Like everything fell into place.
I do agree. Purple Kelly, hey, you know,
hey, her asylum.
Yep, she's finally alone in it. I think this is her first time, maybe. Thank God. Well, is she? No, yeah, she is because I'm. What's his man name? Chase.
I want to keep him in child. You like child?
No, I think he's still child.
Yeah, very much child.
It's child. Sash. Not using the idol. Not using the idol is hilarious, but
I say, man, he's not really gagging it.
He's not gagging it. He's so irrelevant. He's not irrelevant. He's very relevant, but his edit is so irrelevant. It's weird.
I'm starting to see why he kind of lost. I think he's really smart, and I feel like he probably still does some things coming up that is interesting. But I'm seeing the reason why he lost for sure. I don't see why Fabio won. Like the thing is, I don't remember who the third person was, but I know out of the two, girl, it should have been Sash.
100%. Jane could be mother this episode too, especially after that performance in the challenge as well. She ate that immunity up. She was very a part of this vote. Like she ate that up. And Brenda, hey, a mother. No reason to move.
We keeping it up there?
Absolutely.
Okay, bet. Period. Because
I was thinking wrong, but
I was like, we can't keep her in mother.
She went home for mothering. So
she went home for mothering. Hey, this is an iconic list of mothers. Look at the mothers tier.
Oh
wow!
I was gonna say it's literally every woman in the game. Well, I mean it is.
Purple Kelly child.
It is. That's it. That's all we have. All right, y'all. Get into the other shit we got going on. Of course. Daryl, I need to edit this up. I really need to edit this. But of course, on Wednesday we'll be talking Survivor 49. Thursday, the Amazing Race is still going. Friday, the challenge is still going. I think it's going to be the final of the challenge. We just started doing Baddies USA, so check out our Baddies USA review. And then also Love Cabin, we're gonna drop that very soon tonight. So stay tuned to that as well.
Stay tuned.
Thank you. Thanks for keeping it real with the Kingdom, girl. Let me get the fuck out of here. Bye, baby.